Hi YouTube, my name is Jasmine and welcome to the College Treehouse. So, hello everyone, my name is Jasmine and I am one of the members of the College Treehouse. This is a new channel, so I'm so happy that we are finally uploading our first video and I get to talk to you guys about it. I know by the title you clicked on this to figure out how I got into Stanford, and I will have timestamps down below so you can skip around and get right to the point if that's what you want to do. But before I get into that, I just want to talk a little bit about what the College Treehouse is. So, the College Treehouse is a YouTube channel sort of inspired by college vloggers, where it is sort of a collaboration between a bunch of college students showing our journey as we go through college, as well as helping you guys with some admissions tips and also having some fun vlogs and experiences so that we can all go through this whole journey together. We're gonna have many more videos about how members of the Treehouse got in, and also as you stick around and we get to college, we're gonna have vlogs and a bunch of other exciting videos, so please stick around and hit the subscribe button and even the bell icon. Now that we've gotten into that, let's get straight into how I got into Stanford. So I want to start off by saying I have not committed to Stanford, but I did get into Stanford early action and it has been a dream school of mine since I was very little, so I'm excited to be filming this video and hopefully this can help you guys get a little bit of knowledge in my admission statistics and also maybe give you some ideas of things that you can do in high school and also disprove some things that are heavily believed to be essential for getting into a college like Stanford. So I hope this is helpful. I will be breaking down this video into my stats, my high school classes, my extracurriculars, and my honors and awards. So like I said, timestamps will all be down below, but I am just going to start off with stats because I feel like that's what everyone wants to know. I just want to say, statistically, I am not the most exciting applicant. I'm not the most impressive applicant. I feel like statistically I am above average, but below average for Stanford, so just keeping it real here. But as far as my stats go, I took the SAT. I did not take the ACT. I took the SAT multiple times and the score that I ended up submitting was a 1340. So I ended up getting a 660 in English and a 680 in math. Definitely below average for Stanford. Even if you were to look at the Stanford distributions of SAT scores, I'm below the 25th percentile. So that is just showing you that SAT is not everything, especially in this day and age. It's not the end all be all, and it is certainly not a huge deal breaker in your college admissions. With all that said, yeah, I got a 1340 and I still got in, so let that be a testament to you. Okay, as far as my AP scores, I didn't get a single 5. So like I said, statistically speaking, not the most impressive applicant. I submitted a 3, which in hindsight, I regret doing that. Anyway, I ended up getting a 4 in my world history class, so I did submit that. I got a 4 in my AP Lang class, and I also submitted that. And I got a 3 in my APUSH class, so I submitted that even though, in hindsight, I wish I did not. But I still got in, so I guess it's fine. But anyway, I also took the AP Chem exam, but that score shall not be mentioned, so I did not submit it. Now, as far as my GPA, when I submitted to Stanford, my cumulative GPA was a 4.33. So yes, this is definitely high, but I also feel like it's going to be slightly lower than some other applicants. I know some people have like 4.5s and even higher, and then also your different school depends on your GPA because schools have different limits of which classes are weighted differently. Some people take IB, and I think those are weighted higher, and my school only has AP, so those are out of a 5.0 scale, so cumulative GPA was a 4.33, and I believe my unweighted GPA was a 4.0. I will talk about my classes later so you can see the rigor of classes that I was taking in high school. As far as my rank, my school doesn't do rank at all, but I did submit that I was in the top 10%, and I kind of asked my guidance counselor, hey, I know we don't rank, but can you give me a guesstimate? And she said I was in the top 5%, so I didn't just make it up. And Uncommon App, the closest percentile ranking that you can do is a 10%. There was no 5% option, so I submitted that I was in the top 10%. Okay, so now that we just talked about that, I think this is a good time to move into my classes that I took. So one known thing about Stanford admissions is that they really do look at your rigor. Rigor is essentially the difficulty of classes that you are putting yourself in through high school, and I knew that as I was choosing my class schedule, so I definitely picked all the classes that I could to challenge myself the most, even if some of them I probably shouldn't have taken. realistically speaking, but anyway, let's get into my classes. Please excuse me as I'm looking down. I have my transcript on my phone, so let's just go through this. Okay, so for starters, my school doesn't allow freshmen to take any APs, which was totally rude. So I did not take any APs in my freshman year. I think it's also important to mention my school is an all-girls Catholic school, so keep that in mind as I'm saying some of the classes, because I did have to take religion classes. So my first class was Meeting Jesus in Scripture. Next, I have Honors English 1. This is the highest level of English that you can take in your freshman year, and I got an A in this class. I got an A in all these classes, so I'm just gonna... I also took Algebra 2, which I should have been taking Honors Algebra 2, but for some reason they didn't place me in that. Who cares? Whatever. I took Honors Bio, which was the most stressful thing in the world. However, I still got an A. And then I think this was another cool aspect of my application. I was in my school's pre-law program, so I took Brown's Basics Legal Training, and that was a super cool class that I think highlighted my interests on my application, so that was awesome. I think another cool aspect of my application is that I took Latin, so a very niche language. And then I took health, that was a required class, and I also took 21st century tech, and that was also a required class. So that was my schedule for my freshman year. Moving on to my sophomore year, I took Mission of Jesus Christ. Then I took Honors Tradition in World Literature, which is the highest English you can take in sophomore year. Then I took Honors Geotrig, Honors Chemistry. Then I took AP World History, which is the only AP class that sophomores are allowed to take. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit later. I ended up getting 1 A- in one of the semester grades, so whatevs. Anyway, then I moved on to the next level of the pre-law program, which is Rhetoric, Debate, and Mock Trial 1. This class will show up multiple times in this video. And then I took Latin 2, which was naturally the next step. We don't have any honors Latin classes at my school, so this was the only Latin that I could take. Okay, so anyway, like I said, I did get A- in the semesters, but I never got A- for the finals, so that was good. But in full transparency, I got an A- in the first semester of English and also the first semester of AP World. And then in second semester, I got an A- in Honors Chemistry, and I had 2 different teachers this year. But all in all, I ended up getting all A's in the finals, so cool. Moving on to junior year, the year of online learning and many mental breakdowns. I ended up taking To Live as Christ, which is the next religion class that you must take. Then this year is when you finally have like full freedom to AP classes, and I took as many as I could. So then I took AP Lang. I also took Honors Pre-Calculus because there's no AP Pre-Calc. I also took AP Chemistry, the bane of my existence. I took A-Push. I took Rhetoric, Debate, and Mock Trial 2. I also took Intermediate Dance because I had to fill an arts requirement. And then I took Physical Education 360 because I needed to fill a PE requirement. So yeah, that was my schedule. I got all A's in all the semesters in the finals, so it was not a breeze. It was very difficult, but I did end up coming out with all A's, so whew. Also, to note, my school doesn't offer Latin 3, they only went up to Latin 2, so I ended up taking Latin 3 online with a different homeschooling program, and so that was also a thing that I ended up doing. And moving on to my senior year schedule, which is what I'm doing now, bless my heart. I'm taking 5 APs this year, and so I didn't have any grades when I submitted this because I did do early action, but they could see the courses that I was currently taking. So, Rhetoric, Debate, and Mock Trial 3. I'm also taking Social Justice and World Religions. I'm also taking AP Lit, AP Calc, AP Environmental, AP Government, AP Psych, and Digital Photography. So that is my entire high school class career. There you go. Okay, so now we're going to move on to what is my favorite part to talk about, my extracurriculars. I think my extracurriculars are truly what helped me the most on my college application, aside from my essays. I think my extracurriculars really show me as a person. Something that was really important to me in my application was making sure I had extracurriculars that proved that I was working towards my end goal and working towards what I want to study. So there we go. Let's move on to my actual extracurriculars. So the first thing that I listed was junior class president. In full transparency, I did lose the election in my senior year, but that's fine. I was able to do it for 1 year, and it was a virtual year, mind you, so I definitely did have a hard job being class president, but that was really important to me, and so that was number 1 in my ranking of my extracurriculars. And then the next thing I listed was JSA. So JSA stands for Junior State of America, and I founded the JSA club at my school, so I put that I was founder / president of JSA. Next up is an internship that I'm super proud of. I really tried to put myself out there and get internships, and so the internship that I put on my application was Done Waiting. Long story short, I'm not going to get into the full organization, but it is a political organization and it is an activism organization, so there we go. It fits into my politics. All of the things so far has fit into my political science major. The next thing that I had on my application is mock trial. So as I was going through my classes, I mentioned that I have been taking rhetoric, debate, and mock trial for 3 years, and essentially that class comes with an extracurricular element as well, because we do compete in mock trials. And so that is what I mentioned on my application. I put that I'm a prosecution attorney, so that was a big thing that I think also fits into law, so there you go. Okay, so the next thing I think is something that really took me over the top with my application. It was that I was a congressional aide for a member of Congress. So I was able to land an internship with a congresswoman from the House of Representatives, and I was working in the House building, and I got to go all around the Capitol, which I mentioned in my essays, which made me so happy. Anyway, so yeah, this is another big element of my application. I think not many people have that they can put on their resume, and so I think this was something that helped me to stand out. And so the next thing, this one is lower than I wanted it to be, but I wanted to make sure that I had so many of my political science things in the forefront. So another huge element about me personally, not even just my application, but me personally, is that I'm really into books and reading. So as you can see, I have my bookshelf behind me, and I actually have my own personal YouTube channel, and so I mentioned that in my comment app. I put that I'm a content creator for YouTube, which I am, and I have a booktube channel called Jazz Reads, so I highlighted that in my extracurriculars because it is super important to me, and I wanted them to know that. I think it's something creative, and not everyone has a YouTube channel, so I thought it was really important for me to put that on there, and I'm happy that I did. Okay, so the next thing that I listed is another internship. I'm also an intern for an organization called Leadership Initiatives. Essentially, I am collaborating with a team of other people, and we work towards specific causes. So I'm in a law internship, and we are working to work against the corruption of public officials in the Medina Quarters community. Then below that, this one is also lower than I would have wanted it to be, but like I said, I wanted to keep all of the political things sort of together. So I am a dancer. I have been dancing since I was 3 years old, so it truly is like a huge part of me as a person and also my life. I am currently dance captain. I have participated in 2 dance companies, and I'm on my school's dance team. All the dance that I've done has been competitive, so I am a competitive dancer. So yeah, I put that I'm dance captain and also a choreographer because I do choreograph for my dance team, and I have been doing choreography for a long time. So that was another element of my application. And then the next thing on my application is that I did a study abroad program. So I ended up doing a study abroad program at Oxford University, and this one had a huge impact on me. I did write one of my essays for Stanford on this whole experience, and so I ended up going to Oxford University for about a month, and I studied international relations and also international law. And then last but not least, you're allowed 10 spots on the Common App, and the last thing that I put is Girl Scouts. It was the last slot, but it was on there nonetheless, so there we go. So I think out of everything, like I was talking about being a pointy person, I think 7 out of my 10 extracurriculars have to do with the law and politics, and everything else was just cool things that I love. So yeah, and I also had quite a bit of leadership. Like I said, I'm very proud of my extracurriculars. I really tried very hard to do as much as I can in high school. Some things did end up getting cut, but I think these were the most important things to me that I wanted to mention. Okay, and last but not least, the last thing that I want to talk about for this video are my honors and awards. So I personally don't think my honors or awards are that impressive. I think a lot of students have them or at least something similar, so nothing extraordinary. You're able to have 5 different honors / awards. So the first one that I have is AP Scholar. This is indeed the only international award that I listed, and it's super simple to get. Well, I don't want to say super simple to get. That's not true. It does take a lot of hard work, but a lot of students do have it. So this is why I'm saying it's not like the biggest deal in the world. The next award, this one is a little random. My school has awards ceremonies, and I think they recommend students for certain awards. Like, I'm not quite sure how I got this award. It was very random. But I ended up getting the Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony Humanities Award. This was a national award, but it comes from the University of Rochester. And I essentially got it because of my dedication to the humanities and the social sciences. The next award that I put was super random. This whole thing was super random. It is the Congress of Future Medical Leaders Award of Excellence. So I got this award simply by being a part of the Congress of Future Medical Leaders. I was running out of things to put, so I put National Honor Society. Some people put this in their extracurriculars, but I don't think that really fits for me because I don't really do much for the National Honor Society at my school. It's more of an award than it is an extracurricular, so I put it on this section. And then last but not least, like I mentioned, my school does award ceremonies, and I got the President's Award for Academic Excellence. And so I thought that just sounded fancy, and I figured, hey, that sounds cool. I got the award, might as well put it down. Maybe they'll think I'm smart or something. Yeah, those were my 5 honors/awards, so. Woo, that's really it. All of those things, all of those stats, the classes, the extracurriculars, the honors and awards, that essentially makes up my application. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Our channel will be making more how I got into Stanford videos with other members of the Treehouse, so you can look forward to those. But I just want to say, please don't compare yourself to me. Every single person is different. Every single application is different. I am just a person who lucked out and ended up getting accepted into Stanford. So please don't try to like replicate my application. Please don't try to make yourself feel bad. Please don't try to compare yourself. You are wonderful as you are, and please do everything that you can to make an application that you're proud of, not an application that you think checks all the boxes. So there you go. With all that said, I hope you did enjoy the video, and I hope you subscribe and look forward to more How I Got In videos and also more videos from the College Treehouse. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around until the end of the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified anytime we post a new video. I hope you guys have a good day or night and stay safe. Bye!